Hey folks, it's me Chris, and I wanted to take a few seconds of your time to talk about this awesome new opportunity that we've been presented with for all of our lovely listeners. We can now offer you all a 1-month free trial from audible.com, allowing you full access to a vast library of audiobooks to choose from. As I mentioned earlier, the trial is completely free, and all you have to do is visit audibletrial.com/GHS and follow the instructions to sign up for a free membership today. We hope you guys enjoy Audible just as much as we do, and thanks for your time. But, alright, cool. I guess we'll go ahead and move on to our second act. So, for you guys to know, so we did Halloween, and we still have our news. We got to cover the news, man. News doesn't stop, even if it's Halloween. So for Nerd News today, we're actually keeping it a little bit simple because our next topic is very gaming news centric, but we did want to cover a couple of pieces. So Adnan, did you want to take this our only video game news piece?
Our only video game, yep, I'll take it.
Sweet.
Yep. So the new Xbox One experience and backwards compatibility for Xbox 360 gamers will begin rolling out to all Xbox One users on November 12th, head of Xbox Phil Spencer revealed today. So the update introduces a major system overhaul with a dashboard revamp, backwards compatibility for Xbox 360 games, and much more. Other notable changes include a more social-friendly community section, an optimized online store, and revamped One Guide. According to Microsoft, the Windows 10-powered new Xbox One experience will enable players to access, quote, popular gaming features up to 50% faster, end quote. The beta version of the update introduced some issues with some apps and games when it rolled out for preview members in September. And that's the story.
Man, I saw this earlier, and dude, I am so excited about this. Like, I'm actually, well, let me rephrase that. I'm excited for a lot of the aspects of it, and I'm very concerned and cautiously optimistic for a few of the other things. Like, because at E3, when they showed what the new Xbox One experience looks like, the new update, I actually thought it kind of looked confusing. Like, you could tell they're trying to make it like more of a colorful version of what Sony has like right now at the moment with PS4, but I don't know. I guess I need to like dive into it and really get a feel for it, because looks wise, it kind of intimidates me a little bit. But I am very excited for backwards compatibility with Xbox 360. It's so funny. I'm so lazy. I have a 360 hooked up downstairs in my living room. And so I can play Xbox 360 games anytime I want to. And I have a PS3 hooked up in my game room, so I still have access to that. But man, there are times where I just want to kind of stay in my game room. So I'm like, I won't play this game. So I play something else. So this new update, it's kind of cool because, like, obviously it's going to alleviate that.
You can be more lazy.
Yeah, exactly. I could just kind of like chill now and, but I'm very much looking forward to being able to do, because for countdown purposes, I like to replay older games before another game comes out to kind of refresh my memory, and that's going to be great. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I have a lot of props to Microsoft because the updates they have rolled out continuously, month by month, even if they are minor. The Xbox One's dashboard is really sleek. I don't own an Xbox One, but when I look at it, it has just gradually evolved and keeps evolving. Mm-hmm. And they are putting a lot of time and feedback, and as Phil Spencer said at E3, we listen to your feedback. This is why you got backwards compatibility. Right. It's the most requested feature. And then you look at Sony, and you kind of have to look at them and raise an eyebrow and be like, I've been screaming for that during that home section to be sorted out, where I can have folders. We can put like games in this folder, and instead of like having the most recent games played and then they get shoved into the library and stuff, I can just have folders like, one by one, like, here's my games, here's my TV apps, etc., etc.
Right.
But like, honestly, with Sony, like, I just wonder why, like, their system, like, I think did you read about the recent survey Sony sent out about the PlayStation 4's 4.0 update that they're looking into doing?
Yeah. I didn't get into it too much though.
Well, I mean, like, one of them is, like, requested features, like, you see a pop-up sign when someone pops up online. I'm like, why is that not there anyway? That's one of the cornerstone features of Xbox 360.
Yeah, that's very true.
I remember seeing that 360, I remember one of my friends popped up. I mean, it was a little bit annoying if you were doing something, but you could turn it off. But the fact is, I could see people popping up online. Now
Yeah.
you have no idea what's going on. It's same with like appearing offline, and like stuff like they were pointing there. I was like, why are you asking community feedback for this when you obviously know the community wants all of these features?
Yeah.
And like a lot of the comment sections I read, they were like, I like 1 and 7, and also implement the rest as well. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what people want. So a lot of kudos to Microsoft as well. The update looks good. I can't wait for it as well. Hopefully I get my Xbox One in time for Tomb Raider, so we can do spoiler cast as well.
Yeah.
But like, I am really like impressed with what Microsoft does with the entire like dashboard feature, and obviously backwards compatibility is going to be a big step forward, because I think like people do realize that we don't really play old games that much, because we're going to leave them behind.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is that they were able to achieve something without having to change like the internal, component of the actual Xbox One. It was just like something they could do in the software side, and switch it around. And the fact of the matter is as well, it also makes a massive blunder for PlayStation Now, which is about streaming games from your PS3 to PS4, and you have to pay for a subscription fee. And Microsoft's here like is giving you a platter of like, here you go, there's your free games, there's your games that you bought. It's very ironic, especially like when you look back 2 or 3 years ago and the entire fiasco that happened there. It is really funny.
It definitely like makes Sony look like they were caught with their pants down, because remember how like it's, dude, you brought up an excellent point that like Sony was very much like, well, it's very hard with the PS4's architecture, and what is it that they also complained about, like back when the PS3 came out, how like only a few, like the first initial models had backwards compatibility, because they literally had to put the PS2's emotion chip inside of the PS3, and they were saying that's too expensive, so they removed it, and they removed backwards compatibility. And then you have someone like Microsoft that literally is reverse engineering Xbox 360 and trying to figure out how the hell do we make a digital. I mean, that's a huge effort. Obviously I want to see the execution before I give them thumbs up, but like that is a very robust idea, and it kind of makes Sony look almost inadequate of not being able to do it, because they've had backwards compatibility issues, like like I mentioned, since PS3. Yeah, dude, I never got into PlayStation Now. I didn't think that was. I don't know. I own all the games I want to own, and I have my PS3 hooked up, like I said, to my game room. So I just play it when I want to play it. But that would be really fucking cool if they did that. If they allowed you to if Sony tried to come up with something like that. Maybe that should be a fucking survey question. Those bastards. Like, I want to play fucking, dude, I would love to play Metal Gear Solid HD Collection with a PS4 controller. Oh god, that would probably...
Just play Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah, it would just feel so good. Yeah, and you could play all of them in one console. That'd be so awesome. Like, maybe we'll get that. Because, PS4 is... I didn't realize that. PS4 is the first Sony console that from day one... absolutely no backwards compatibility for any previous Sony console. That's crazy. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's actually it for our gaming news, but we have a few pieces of movie news that I thought was really epic. Adnan, I have to take this first one, dude. You know why.
Go ahead. I'm not going to stop you.
I have a lightsaber and I know how to use it. For me, huge news, but we're playing catch up here. So one news piece is from last week, one news piece is from this week, but they're both Star Wars related, and we're mashing them together like ground beef. But so the new, I guess the final trailer for Star Wars Episode 7: The Force Awakens has came out. The theatrical trailer, and so did the poster. The theatrical poster came out. Like, they're finally releasing everything, and it was pretty damn cool. Honestly, I didn't get as emotional as I did with the second teaser trailer. I thought the theatrical trailer was really cool. There was one thing I was bummed out about, and that was no Luke Skywalker, which actually leads to this kind of this is attached. It's all one piece, but actually someone interviewed J.J. Abrams about that and asked them hey, what's up with Luke Skywalker? He's not on the poster. He wasn't in the trailer. Where is he? What's going on with him? And this is what Abrams said. He said, these are good questions to be asking. I can't wait for you to find out the reason. It's no accident. That's what he said. So apparently there is a reason why Luke is not being shown that's pertinent to the story. that we'll find out, I guess, in the movie. And he's saying that no, it's no accident that he's not in it. So I don't know. I mean, dude, first of all, what'd you think of the poster, and what'd you think of the trailer?
No, Chris. What did you think of the poster and the trailer? This is how it goes. I was going to ask you that the first question. No.
Okay.
As I'm a resident Star Wars expert, this is on you first.
All right.
I have no jurisdiction to talk here yet.
All right. Well, as I said earlier, like to kind of elaborate, I thought it was okay. It wasn't my favorite Star Wars trailer ever. Like that's a tall order. I did like it a lot though. I love the focus on Rey, and that opening of her in the crashed Star Destroyer, kind of like that was like almost an extension of what we saw in the second teaser. That when we saw, remember that apparently Star Wars Battlefront is going to explain it, but the reason why there's a crashed Star Destroyer and she's in it, and you get to kind of like see it, and it's so weird seeing that. It's almost like it's a metaphor on us looking back at Star Wars in general. The classic trilogy, like it's almost been not forgotten, but there's been so much focus on like the Clone Wars and all this shit, and finally we're getting back to like the stories of like what we first started off with. But no, I really dug the trailer. I thought it was really cool. I liked the focus on Rey and Finn and Kylo Ren. All three of them seem like they have really interesting stories. I think it's so cool that Kylo Ren is like when he's talking to Darth Vader's burnt helmet, that he's like, I'm doing this for you. Like that was really cool. I'm like, what the fuck? Like what the hell's going on, man? And then obviously seeing one thing I thought was really cool in the trailer was that Han Solo is like, yeah, it's true, all of it, the Jedi, the Sith, blah blah blah. And I thought that was so interesting because if you remember in the first Star Wars movie, what is it? He says hokey religions and ancient weapons are no good, or what is it like? Are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid. Yeah. And I don't believe in the Force, mystical field that controls everyone's destiny. Like so cool to see that like now he's an older, wiser character, and he's like, no, it is real. I fucking saw it, man. That shit is real. Like I thought that was so cool, and it shows that he's gonna be a very different Han Solo, but the same DNA, obviously. So I'm looking forward to that. I was kind of upset that there's not enough Leia. We haven't really seen her a whole lot, and that kind of annoyed me. And of course, no Luke kind of pisses me off, but apparently J.J. Abrams is dictating that this is all part of the plan. He's been watching Dark Knight too much, I guess. Yeah, dude, I really dug the trailer overall. And the poster, the poster is a weird thing. I like it enough that I want it, because I have all 6 Star Wars posters in my game room, so I want to put up, Force Awakens, have like the 7th one. My only thing is, why couldn't they get Drew Struzan to paint it? Like that guy, that's one of the best things about the prequels were his posters for the 3 prequel films. Like they were so well painted and had like this timeless epic feel. They made those movies better than what they were with those fucking posters. And for this movie, they chose to go with the whole photo collage thing that everyone does now. That kind of bummed me out, because I'm like, oh, okay, so you guys aren't gonna, all right, because Abrams is like has the biggest hard on for making this movie like super classic Star Wars. So the fact that he's not using Struzan, I'm like, okay, so even Disney was like, look, man, you can't fucking get Drew Struzan. No one likes painted artwork anymore, which kind of bums me out because I like painted artwork. Yeah, that's pretty much
niche.
Yeah, which it sucks, man. It was such a classic trope. I mean, all classic movies had it.
Same thing with the Metal Gear Solid covers. Look at how different they are. It's a different market now. You have to pander to what it is, what sells.
Yeah, it's true. It's the nature of the beast. You get the movie or the game or whatever, but you got to market it a particular way. You got to make it seem like for everyone.
It's
you don't want to make
2015.
it. Yeah, exactly. So it's a bummer, but I get it. I still dig the poster, and that's that's me blowing my wad on just the fucking trailer and the poster. But yeah.
I really like the poster. I thought it was cool. It's not something I know, but it has very good throwbacks to the other Star Wars posters.
Right.
with like kind of positioning and everything else. It even has like the Death Star 3.0 in the corner.
Right? Like, what is that? Like,
with the trailer, I think like because we literally have no. I remember going on Wikipedia afterwards and trying to look for the plot for it, and it just had no description.
Yeah,
which is unbelievable. They've had it locked down this well, like unreal. Like, they've actually kept the script so.
Dude, that mystery box, J.J. Abrams and his mystery box.
Exactly, and it's definitely kept my interest more in it. I did love a lot of the moments in the thing. Like, I think like one of the more interesting things is that Kylo Ren has, an obsession with Darth Vader over Palpatine.
Yes.
And like, where's he got the story of like, why wouldn't you just worship Palpatine? Because Palpatine was, the leader of that, the Galactic Empire. Like, he built that, everything about it, and Darth Vader was just truly his apprentice.
Right.
But I think like there's some great moments. I think like people are saying that there's points where like I think like John Boyega's character Finn is looking for Luke's lightsaber during his original one, which is really cool that they actually like bringing that back in. Anakin and Luke's lightsaber, the blue one.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool. That's coming back. And there's even that really funny shot where Kylo Ren's actually walking up to him with his lightsaber. And John Boyega's holding the lightsaber. He looks absolutely petrified. I was like, I thought that was brilliant.
By the way, did you notice Kylo Ren's not wearing his mask in that scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's very interesting. That I forgot the actor's name, but that he's going to appear
Adam Driver.
Yeah, Adam Driver is going to appear without his helmet. I wonder if he has like a. Well, I mean, I know that Anne Leibovitz photo shoot came out, and you saw him without the mask, but I wonder if he's going to be like fucking scarred and shit. And maybe that's why he wears it. Yeah, no one cared about me. He just has the Bane notation. He actually looks fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. I even love the Knights of the Ren as well, like when they're surrounding him in that one shot.
Yeah,
where he's standing in the rain. Like there's some great shots. I think the lens flares are literally cool as well at certain points, and even like the scenes. I think it builds up so well. I just love the fact like how they open it with what's the female called? I can't remember her name.
Rey.
Ray, that's it. Like, she's like, in that opening scene must be the Star Destroyer that she's looking through.
Yeah.
You've seen the first trailer, and it's just like how, kind of like, how she's like, that smuggler side is pretty much Han Solo's kind of thing. So she's obviously got like kind of like, little things like, there were just so many great references and like stuff about it. And it does feel very much like Star Wars. I really enjoyed it for that. It's as much as I want to see about the film now. I think they're doing a really good job of the marketing, like not oversaturating, because they did use clips from previous ones. I love how, because the thing is, Luke could just be a pure red herring.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I don't think they necessarily have to kill him off, but I don't think he's going to be the main focus of the film. I think he might only be in it for like 10 minutes.
I think so too. My theory is that Luke is going to be in it for like the final act of the movie. He's going to be at the very end. Like something's going to happen. He's going to come in, do something badass, and then that's it. You don't see him for the rest of the movie. Just that one ending, and then I think he's going to be a bigger focus in Episode 8. That's my theory. Like, it's not a spoiler. I don't know anything about. Yeah, I know I spoiled the shit out of myself, but I can assure you, no one knows what's going on. Like with Luke, it's one of the biggest mysteries of the movie. That's my theory, and I think he's going to have a bigger role for the rest of the movies. I think Han Solo clearly is going to be the main focus for this movie. I think.
Yeah,
he's been
definitely.
in all the fucking trailers and promotional material, and so he's the focus of this one. I think Luke is going to be the focus for the next one. That's my theory.
Yeah. Well, it might even die, Luke. Like, the thing, there's someone's going to die, obviously.
To continue. Actually,
Possibly.
if they want to continue the whole like first installment in each trilogy motif, because I don't know if you realize this, but in each first movie of all 3 trilogies, someone important dies. Qui-Gon died in Episode 1. Obviously Obi-Wan dies in Episode 4. So the theory right now is that probably Han Solo is going to die, because I doubt Harrison Ford wants to do a trilogy. I highly doubt that.
He doesn't even have the ability to stand up anymore. Like if anything,
I think I think he wants to finally bring a close to Han Solo, kill him off, give him an epic and that's what I think. I mean, I don't want Han to die, but I think that's what's going to happen, to be honest.
Yeah, I definitely think they've got more of my attention of how they market this film, because just like it's so mystified with like different kind of ideas and everything else. So I think I think one of my biggest cliches is the fact that they're building another Death Star. Like, come on.
Yeah,
like, really.
That is the biggest.
Uh,
When that poster came out, that was the thing everyone was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, we're all hoping it's not another Death Star because that would be like, who would be like, "Well, the first two blew up, but the third one's gonna be great, I promise you." Like, who would?
We've sealed up that hole, and they just got like people cementing over it.
Yeah,
There we
like
go.
we
Concrete solves everything.
like we got it. Nothing's gonna happen. Like exactly. Like I hope they don't do that. That would be, but we'll
But
see. We'll see.
one of the other cool things about this is very much a good throwback to what the original concept of Star Wars is based on. A lot of the Nazi iconography and everything else, including the shot where it pans across the stormtroopers outside that kind of like massive kind of like whatever it is, like they're having that rally.
Yeah, the first. That's the first. Yeah, the first order. Like the what? Which who the fuck knows what that means?
Yeah,
Like,
it is kind of like from more back to where it is like with what Star Wars was with that kind of thing. And I think like one of the huge things about like they're bringing in like Jakku and all these other planets is the fact that they're expanding the universe on terms of like the film side. Like it's showing how big the rebellion, how big the empire, everyone is. Because like I think that one of the more interesting things is like the episode 6, and for its time it was good, but like they kind of show the side like everyone's celebrating that the empire has been crushed, yet they don't look at the side where the people who supported the empire are going to be like, what are these rebel scum doing?
Yeah,
It's one of those. It's one of those. It's interesting when you look at the twist and turn it, because it's like any revolution in history. Like people who supported Fidel Castro, like he's going to bring this for Cuba and everything else. And then people hated Fidel Castro because he ruined all their businesses. Like he drove like the big American kind of involvement in businesses there. He kind of like took them under state ownership and everything else. So you have to understand like it is a two-sided kind of view on everything.
exactly.
So it's kind of like it's a big expansion of that you're going to bring in other planets. I like the idea. It's not just like what he's on Tatooine anymore.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, they're on Tatooine. It's like, no, that's Jakku. And they're like, And it's kind of like eyebrow raising moment.
Yeah, it's no. I mean, I think it's great. I think when you want to expand the universe. I mean, I hope we see Tatooine again because like it's such an important planet. But like, I'm cool with like having another planet and shit like that. I think it's like, in fact, I would be totally cool if The Force Awakens has only new planets. I'd be down with that because like shit, Phantom Menace did that. Like Naboo was new, Coruscant was new. I mean, Tatooine was in it, but like we got to see a different side of it. So like things were familiar but not exactly the same. Like yeah, it expands it and the politics side of Star Wars. Like I want to know like why what happened. Like obviously the Empire was devastated after Return of the Jedi. Like Vader and the Emperor died. The Death Star 2 blew up again, and they were kind of like ants running around after being stepped on. And so I guess they formulated the First Order, but I want to see like how the hell that happened. So that's gonna be really interesting.
I still really dig Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
I've gotten more used to it. At first, I thought it was really stupid, to be honest. But the more I see it, the cooler it gets. So
it's the greatest throwback to what Star Wars is, and it's just a sword, and that's the entire point. Like it's just a sword. It's got the biggest advantage for what it is. Like compared to the other stupid stuff like Darth Mauls and stuff.
Yeah,
and Count Dooku's like the shape and stuff. It just makes sense, and like it's so unstable, which pretty much proves that he's not a Sith Lord. Like lightsabers aren't the kind of thing that everyone needs or can make. It's just like it's handmade. It's like when Luke was making his lightsaber, the green one. Like it's kind of like it's not going to follow the the thing that what everyone has. Like lightsabers, like almost a thing of the past. Only some people can wield them.
Right.
Obviously, he's not going to be able to get Darth Vader's lightsaber. That would have been a good idea as well, though. If he has Vader's lightsaber at some point.
Well, that would be kind of hard. It blew up with the Death Star, so they would have to.
Hey! They also they probably got Luke's lightsaber where it fell through the fucking sky
true.
Bespin.
That is very true. Like it fell into like the gas like planet and some. Yeah, you know what? I take that back. It's very possible.
Yeah, you can't. It doesn't matter if the planet was blown up. There's probably like it was picked up somewhere.
Yeah.
It probably fell out with the trash before the Death Star flew off. Someone opened up the emergency hatch and it just flew out.
And they're like, "Oh man, nice Vader's saber.
It made it flies. It flies through the sky, hits Tatooine, and then you just see like a Jawa saying, "Houdini!" Look at it. Just flying.
And we're just like, all right, like we just accept it and move on with it. But no, dude, yeah.
Sorry, at that point I've left the cinema as well.
That's where Adnan almost left 4 times and then left. That's his rating.
Then I came back, sat down, and left again just to prove my hatred to something.
But yeah, no, dude, I totally dug it, and I got my tickets for the IMAX showing Thursday at 7:00 at night. The day before it releases, they're gonna have an early showing. I'm going. I'm excited. I can't wait, man. I even got you can even like pick your seats and stuff. It's so cool.
It releases here first, doesn't it?
Yeah, you guys get it like on the 6th, I think, the day before.
I might just go and watch it, spite you.
Dude, please do. I mean, I would. Fuck, I would go see something. But yeah, no, it's gonna be good, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Nice. But I guess, dude, do you want to close us out with our final movie news piece?
Yeah, I'll do this.
Sweet.
So, Jared Leto's Joker appears in new shocking cover. So yesterday, bought the subscribers cover for the latest issue of Empire magazine, and now regular covers of the issue have debuted with another shocking image of Jared Leto's Joker from the upcoming Suicide Squad movie. So obviously, I can't really say stuff. What they I mean, is there anything else to the story? No. Okay, so it's just images. So if you have a quick look online, you can find out the Empire magazine photo shoot. It shows some of the images from the entire film and whatnot. So obviously, we're leading up to it. I think they got the Harley Quinn pictures. Yeah, so you'll find the covers that they do with Jared Leto, and obviously some in-film photos. We'll call it that.
Yeah. What do you think of it, dude? I mean, he kind of looks like a pimp. Like he's looking for his...
Manson. He's getting ready for a thing. I don't know. Now I'm disliking it a little bit.
It's very weird, dude. I mean, well, there's a couple of interesting things. Okay, for you guys who haven't seen it, we'll describe it, but I advise you go and see it. Basically, he's still shirtless. I don't know why the fuck he doesn't own a shirt. And he has a purple...
Why doesn't Bane own a shirt? they just don't like shirts. These people do not like shirts.
They get really hot easily, so they're just like, let's just be shirtless. But he's shirtless. He's wearing sweatpants that say Arkham on it, which I think is very interesting. He's barefoot, and he's wearing a purple leather jacket, and he's holding a purple cane. And, he looks like how he looks. He's, pale, and he has all the fucking, and apparently he has a six-pack, because, damn, he's fucking ripped. I don't know how I feel, dude. I think the Joker looks fucking really weird. I mean, I still am waiting. I hope this is not his full costume. If this is his full costume, they done fucked up, because this is fucked up. But I'll still I really want to see this movie still. I'm very curious to see how they're going to portray him and Harley's relationship. That's I don't know though. Like and this is nothing against Jared Leto. I'm sure he's going to do a fine job. He's based on the quotes I've heard from interviews. He took that shit extremely seriously, as all actors should. And but man, I don't know, dude. I'm not digging the look. Like if this is his full costume, like give him a shirt, man. Like give him a muscle top at least. Something.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that it's the biggest change in the Joker's image in 70 years.
Yeah.
Like, probably more than that. Like, dating back to Cesar Romero and, even before in the comics, it's a big, big, big change. I understand with the tone of the film and what it is, because what it is what it is, but, it still doesn't feel in place with it. I feel like it went a bit, full, overblown for the sake of being overblown. Like, the jacket could have stayed.
Right.
And so could it be, but the tattoos seem a bit excessive in certain places. I don't feel like they're necessarily all those tattoos.
Yeah, and it's something else, dude. Remember, this movie is set in the same universe as Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel, and it really doesn't feel like it is. No,
I mean, Goya's kind of take us in Snyder's. There are very similarities between them,
right?
Of kind of direction and little things as well. I feel like maybe Harley Quinn is more kind of in place in that universe,
right?
Compared to Joker and Slipknot. Who doesn't love Slipknot? My boy Slipknot. No, I understand that some of the characters do feel in place and everything else, but the Joker just feels like it. He doesn't look like what it would be in that kind of universe in the way that Snyder would depict him, or even it's hard to explain. It's just the fact that when you line up the Suicide Squad members, he doesn't fit. And it's not even the sake of fitting for the Joker's sake. And obviously he might want to be different and everything else, but there's just something off about it. Like, I
Yeah.
can't really explain it too much. Like, it's just something when you look at him, like, it might have gone a bit too overboard.
Yeah.
Like, even when you said the six pack as well, like, put a shirt on. Like, you don't have to like, I can't imagine seeing the Joker walk around without a shirt.
Like ripped
Like,
Joker. Like,
yeah, ripped Joker. Like,
and you thought
I
my
think,
jokes were bad. Check out these abs. Like,
you see his like boobs start dancing up and down. It is going to be a hard like kind of like change to take away from like Heath Ledger, because I can see him getting absolutely trounced on.
yeah.
So it's not even like, a different kind of like, like an evolution of that Joker. It's just like a completely different adaptation of it. But
Right.
I honestly don't know. I kind of think that when I'm looking at it now, I don't mind the hair being short. I like the hair being short again.
Oh yeah, that's classic.
Slick Joker look, yeah. And it does have classic features, but it feels like, when you look at him in that photo, in the original one where he's got his hands on his head, and he's screaming, like he literally looks like Marilyn Manson with a bunch of tattoos. And I'm like, that's not really what I want. I don't mind the Marilyn Manson look, but when you have that kind of tattoos, I'm like, would he do that? Is he that kind of person? I mean, like, he's sick and demented, but I don't see him as a person getting tattoos like everywhere, from like
Yeah.
neck down to crotch.
I mean, you brought up a good theory though. You're like, what if Harley did it? Because Harley has tattoos on her as well. So what if Harley's like, "Hey, Mr. J, like I'll blow you. Let me just put a tattoo," and he's like, "Okay," Or I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they. I mean, they're a couple and they're sick and weird, so maybe that's what happens. And that in itself would be a more interesting film, I think. Like the Joker's like, I just want to get laid, and Harley makes me get tattoos, and I don't care. She put damage on my forehead. Who the fuck does that? I know I'm crazy, like, and it's just like the Office style, like camera interviews.
Yeah, and then it shows that scene where they're driving down the road and then it cuts to Fight Club. The Tyler Durden says, it could be worse. It could be like a woman cutting off your dick and throwing out the car.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, dude, I agree. It's it's definitely a different look, to say the least. I mean, we'll have to see it in action. Maybe this is just his Suicide Squad look. Maybe like if he ever appears in like Batman, he'll be wearing like something different, like something more traditional. Maybe this is him just literally hanging out in the house. He just likes wearing a jacket when he's chill. I mean, he's wearing fucking like those look like hangout pants. Those sweatpants, they look like hangout pants. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like they say Arkham on it. It's kind of like his like wearing an old high school shirt. It's like, hey, I was in Arkham Asylum, just hanging out.